Hello, Ozzy again from Specialty RX Consulting Group. You know, thousands of pharmacies change wholesalers all the time. They change wholesalers for many reasons. Some are just angry at their current wholesaler, maybe due to service issues or late deliveries or dirty products. Some are looking for extended terms to improve cash flow. Others change for technological reasons or all of the above. But the main driver for a pharmacy to change wholesalers is usually related to costs of goods. Quite frankly, they want to pay less for their inventory, and you can't blame them. But whatever the reason they're looking outside their current supplier for, isn't it absolutely critical that they know clearly what they're getting themselves into when they make that change? Well, yes. Why? Because you certainly do not want a new prime vendor agreement that's going to cost you more. But you may ask, well, Ozzy, how is it possible to miss that? If they're giving me a better brand discount and improved generic rebates, how can the agreement end up costing me more? Well, it can in many ways. I don't have time here to list all the different variables that can make seemingly a good looking deal tank your margins, but here's an example. If a wholesaler claims they will improve your generic rebates 10%, let's say, versus where you are now, what does that actually mean? Does it mean your generic costs will be reduced by 10%? No, it doesn't. For one thing, every wholesaler has a different generic file. In fact, one wholesaler may have hundreds of different generic files. So you're not starting from the same place. Second, many wholesalers don't apply their generic rebates to every drug on their file. So it's not across the board. So that's just one quick example. There are many more variables outside of generics. It's never apples to apples. In reality, you can sign a new agreement believing you're improving your acquisition costs, but you can be losing even more than your previous prime vendor agreement. And this happens a lot in our industry. I know because I've seen this for many decades, working prime vendor agreements. So what do you do about it? How do you get to the truth? Well, everything has to be broken down. And this takes months and months of work. So the problem is obvious then, right? Do you have the time available to do this? Do you have the expertise or the expertise in your staff? The knowledge of how wholesalers work, the negotiating prowess needed to find the best cost of goods and to work with the wholesalers. So most pharmacy organizations never really fully vet the wholesalers for these reasons and more. And that is where our company comes in. If you're a mid-size to a large independent pharmacy company, it's imperative that you go through a very stringent process to evaluate the wholesalers. Using consultants like myself, like SRG, is really the ticket. We encourage pharmacies to reach out to us anytime, but at least 7 months or more before your agreement expires, so we can get that work done for you. We're experts in managing RFPs on behalf of pharmacies. You can talk to our former clients. They've seen this process, and it's very thorough. And we don't stop until the job is completely finished. Also, there are no conflicting interests with our consultants because we don't work for the wholesalers. We don't work for the buying groups. We only work for you. So give us a call at 314-279-2, I'm sorry, let me do that again, 314-279-7724. We cover the entire United States, including Puerto Rico, Alaska, and Hawaii. We hope to hear from you.